Hi everyone, and welcome back to the New York School of Design's Intro to Digital Design. This is Lesson 7. My name is Vidal Seiferli Valencia, and I'm a fashion designer here in New York City. In our previous video, we spent some time talking about color, creating color palettes, utilizing tools like the eyedropper in Illustrator, and in this video we're going to really segue from that into applying the color from your palette, or from your images, or from your file to your flat sketches. And so in our previous video, we spent some time talking about color. So I have my color palette from our previous lesson here. Again, I also have my folder here. And so I'm going to take my sketch, and let's say I just want to add some color to it. So I'm going to ungroup it to make it a little bit easier for the moment, but I can just click through each piece and change the fill color. So of course the fill is this one here. And I can just select either each individually, or I can select one at a time and hold Shift. And I can just add my color this way. And so this is correct and works. However, it's not exactly the fastest. This can get the job done, and it might be fine if you're doing one color option, or if you need to focus a little more and more specifically add color to specific areas, like if you're doing color blocking or if you're showing off different color options. But altogether, it's not the fastest. Now, one mistake I do see sometimes is if you select your whole sketch that's grouped and you say, I just want to make it red. Now, you don't want to click through the whole thing and do it like that. And so you just click the whole thing universally, click it to red to be the fill color, and now you have this. This is not technically incorrect because, of course, it is red. But the issue here is that you've lost a lot of your detail. And so I've lost my armhole, I've lost my shadows, I've lost some of the details in here throughout. Also, this has now added fill colors to paths or objects that did not have them to start. So, for instance, on these stitch lines here, this now has a red fill, which it did not in the first place over here. So you can see there's no fill here, but now it has a red fill. And now that means that it's blocking some pieces of my sketch. And also you can see that on pieces like my shadows, they're now also red, which now look very different than they did previously. So in general, this is not that is not the shortcut. It may seem like it could be the shortcut, but it is not actually the shortcut. The next option is, let's say we've picked all the pieces we want of our sketch, and we have it done in this green color. Now, we can actually just select everything that's the green color and change it. And so this is actually the shortcut itself. And so if I just clone this by holding Option and dragging, I'm going to take my original, I'm going to go Object, Lock, Selection. And this is just going to protect my original sketch. But then if I am going to take my direct selection tool, because I only want to select one piece of the fill, I don't want to select the whole sketch altogether, I'm just going to pick one part of the body here. And I go Select, Same, Fill Color. Now, if I pick these different options here, it's going to select everything in my file of that option based on what I've selected. So I have this like yellow-green fill selected currently, and I want to pick everything that has the yellow-green fill on my file. So I'm just going to pick Fill Color. And now you can see it's selected all of those same pieces that I selected previously, but without me having to go through and click each one. It did not select this one here because it was locked. So now I can just make that my red option, and there you go. So I can again repeat this with the red one. I can just hold Option, click and drag. That's going to clone it, and then I can go Object, Lock, Selection, and then I'm going to take my direct selection tool, select some part of the body here, go Select, Same, Fill Color, and then I'm just going to make it blue. And now I've done all three of my options without having to click each piece separately every time.